You know the feeling. You're right there, in the middle of it all, but you can feel it coming. That sense that in a minute, maybe two, it's all gonna be over. Your partner's just getting warmed up, but you've already crossed the finish line. If that sounds even a little bit familiar, you're gonna wanna stick around, because we're tackling that exact feeling head on today. She might not even say anything. Maybe she just rolls over. But you see her face, and that look of disappointment is just crushing. The guilt just hits you, right? That feeling of, I let her down again. So what do? You end up online, searching for solutions, maybe buying pills that just give you a headache, or trying sprays that make everything feel numb. It's a frustrating, hopeless cycle.
But what if I told you there's a way to double, maybe even triple your time, and you don't need any of that stuff? A really simple 90-second trick that's actually backed by science, and it can completely change the game for you. It's a technique that puts the control right back where it belongs, in your hands.
Okay, first things first, and this is probably the most important thing you're gonna hear. Let's just get one thing straight. You are not alone in this. What you're going through isn't some kind of personal feeling or defect. It's actually incredibly common. And I mean, the numbers are pretty staggering. Research shows that up to 70 out of 100 men, that's 7 out of 10, are dealing with this exact same issue. So let's be crystal clear. The problem isn't something wrong with your body. It's all about the connection between your mind and your technique when things get heated. So if it's not really a physical problem, then what is it? Well, the root cause is actually a pretty fundamental difference in how men and women are wired when it comes to arousal. And this timing mismatch, well, that's where all the frustration really begins. See, here's the basic difference. Men, we're often aroused really fast, especially by what we see. Our brain pretty much sends a signal for a quick release. But for women, it's a different story. They typically need about 15, maybe 20 minutes of foreplay and that feeling of emotional connection to really build up their excitement gradually. So when one person is on a rocket ship and the other is on a slow, steady climb, that disconnect, it can cause some serious frustration and even create distance in a relationship. This brings us to a really critical idea, what's called the point of no return. This is that exact moment when you feel like you're right on the edge, you know the one, where you feel you're about to finish and there is absolutely nothing you can do to stop it. The single biggest mistake most guys make is trying to push through it, thinking just a few more seconds, and bam, it's over. But what if you could actually control that point? What if you could see that edge coming, and instead of just flying right over it, you could take a step back? Well, that's where this 90-second formula comes into play. It's a medically based technique that teaches you to recognize that point, and instead of giving into it, you take command. 90 seconds. That's it. It sounds so simple, right? But this little window of time is where you can totally reset your excitement level and literally reprogram how your body responds. This right here is where the magic happens. So here's the most crucial part. The second you feel you're at about an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10 in excitement, that feeling that you're getting really close to the edge, you have to do the one thing your body is screaming at you not to do. You stop everything, all movement, and you pull out. That's the first step, and honestly, it's the most important one. All right, so during these 90 seconds, you've got 3 simple things to do. First, breathe. Your breath gets all short and shallow when you get excited. You have to fight that. Take 5 or 6 long, deep breaths. This sends a super powerful calming signal straight to your brain. Second, relax. You're probably clenching your pelvic muscles without even knowing it. Consciously let them go. Release that tension. And third, and this is key, shift your focus to your partner. Keep her engaged with foreplay. This isn't just to keep her excitement high. It shifts your focus away from that one single goal of release. Okay, so you've taken your 90-second break. What happens next? And more importantly, how do you turn this from a one-time trick into a total game-changing habit? Let's talk about how to put this into practice. You will actually feel the change happening. That urgent, I gotta go now feeling is just gonna vanish. Your excitement level will drop from that critical 80 or 90% all the way back down to a much more manageable 40 or 50%. And here's the best part. You'll still be fully erect, ready to get back to it. So let's think about the baseline. For a lot of guys, it's that frustrating 1 or 2 minute. Now, by using this technique just one time in a session, your time can jump from 2 minutes to 7, 8, or even more. That is a massive difference from just one little strategic pause. And what if you do it again? You feel yourself getting close a second time. You take another 90-second break. Now you're easily getting into that 15 to 20-minute range, giving your partner all the time she needs and wants. You can seriously use this 2 or 3 times in one session. Now, I gotta be real with you for a second. Stopping yourself in the heat of the moment is tough. It takes some serious self-control. So it might not work perfectly the very first time, but please don't give up. With consistency, you are literally reprogramming the connection between your brain and your body. You're making this control feel like second nature. See, this is all about building real, lasting strength from the inside out instead of just slapping on a temporary artificial fix. Let's just look at how this approach really stacks up against the other options out there. Honestly, the difference is like night and day. Pills and sprays are just a temporary crutch. They can have nasty side effects, and even worse, they often just numb everything, robbing you of real sensation. But this technique, it's natural. It strengthens that mind-body link, it empowers you with long-term control, and it makes you independent, not dependent on some product. And hey, just a quick bonus tip for you. You can actually support this technique from the inside. Things like garlic, onion, ashwagandha, and cloves have been shown to naturally improve blood flow and build up your stamina. When your body is strong internally, this technique gets even more powerful. So, as we start to wrap this up, I really want to leave you with the single most important idea from this whole explainer. This is about you taking back control. You see, this isn't just about lasting longer. It's about achieving mastery. Through practice, you become the master of your own will. You decide when you finish. Your body isn't running on autopilot anymore. You are in complete control. And let's be absolutely clear, there is zero shame in this. The only thing that matters is understanding how your body works and taking responsibility for both your pleasure and your partner's. This is an act of care that can totally transform your intimacy and bring back that spark you might feel like you've been missing. So really, there's only one question left. This isn't just some theory. It's a practical tool you can actually use tonight. Are you ready to take control and see for yourself just how powerful these 90 seconds can really be?